Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, still working insane hours and trying to get caught up on these insane spoilers that people really, it looks like not just me, do not give two craps about. But hey, at least you're here watching the train wreck. But let's jump in with a wild card. 3-cost green 3/3 legendary creature halfling ranger, Erinys Gloomstalker. The Gloomstalker is a stupid, awful, pointless class. Fight me. It's a talentless garbage wannabe rogue without any of the benefits. Anyway, Death Touch. It's legendary, so it can be your commander, so keep those two in mind. When I say whenever it attacks, return target land card from your graveyard to the battlefield, then choose a background. Holy crap. I think there was like a landfall related background too, and I think it was green. This is quite possibly one of the most powerful landfall commanders ever, and it definitely is on like the lower end of the cost spectrum. You could do something wild with like this, and scape shift, and like ramp, and oh my gosh. Mix it with white or like any other landfall color, watch out. So naturally they put it in the uncommon slot, but when it comes to Wizards' bottom line versus players being able to afford to play the format they want, I'm going to side with the players. So this is going to flop hard, but good, it makes the cards cheaper for you. Next up, Majestic Mustache Shop, or whatever that says in German, which I'm still not convinced is a real language. It's an 8-cost double green sorcery, and you reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the greatest mana value of a commander you own that is on the battlefield or in the command zone. I can't imagine where else it would be, but yeah, people can hide them in stupid places and do degenerate crap. You may put any number of permanent cards from among them onto the battlefield under your control, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So, massive free casting. Yep, just what everybody has always been waiting for. Always healthy and always welcome by the community in every format. So next up, Vol Candlekeep Researcher. 4-cost blue legendary creature, human wizard. I think this is going to set the record for the most legendary creatures. Vigilance, 2/3, and you can tap it and add a number of colorless mana equal to Vol Candlekeep Researcher's toughness to your mana pool. This mana can't be spent to cast spells from your hand. Choose a background. Your background, if you play this card, is terrible person. You're doing some degenerate crap, some graveyard stuff, some recursion, just something. Yeah, I get it, it's commander, but like, come on. Next up, Dungeon Delver. It's 2-cost blue legendary enchantment background, and commander creatures you own have room abilities. Dungeons you own trigger an additional time. Alright, I mean, people went way overboard with that in standard, but like I keep saying, commander's a completely different power level. Next up, Glunch the Bestower. I have never heard of this. It's a 3-cost green-white 0/5 legendary creature, jellyfish. Okay. I assume it's Flump's cousin? And it has flying, because of course it does, and at the beginning of your end step, choose a player. They put 2/1/1 counters on a creature they control, then choose a second player to draw a card. This is a group hug card, really. Then choose a third player to create 2 treasure tokens. Well, you could target yourself, it doesn't say opponent. I would not feel terrible making this my commander in a green-white enchantment deck with mostly recent cards, but I would about not making it, what's her name? It's the god of the void from Skyrim. Oh yeah, Sithis. I love how I remembered that, but I didn't remember the name. Well, I got 3.5 hours of sleep and then went into work today, so yeehaw. Not gonna lie, I actually fell asleep while recording this. Then tried to wake up in a shower. Anyway, next up we've got wake up with the shower, not trying to wake up in the shower. What does that even mean? Anyway, it's Wiles Reversal. Barely readable low-res edition. I usually go check who is this stupid. It just says official Magic Discord as the source. Yeah, I think I'd need to register a Sock Puppet account and just troll the living crap out of people on that. I didn't even know that existed. That must be the most toxic nightmare. Anyway, this card probably does something. It's a 3-cost red instant. Choose target spell or ability with 1 or more targets. Roll a d20 and add the greatest power among creatures you control. 1 to 14. You may choose new targets for that spell or ability. And then 15 plus. So, okay. You may choose new targets for that spell or ability. Then copy it. You may choose a new target for the copy. Oh, so it's basically redirect, but for also abilities, but not in blue. And then you can clone it at 15 plus. This card is insane. I'm not going to take back about what I said about this set being weak and having really stupid mechanics that nobody wanted or asked for, that ruin Commander and Pauper, because yes, but this is pretty darn spicy. One of my absolute favorite cards of all time is Redirect, so of course I'm going to like that. Next up, Flaming Fist. It's a 3-cost white legendary enchantment background, and commander creatures you own have whenever this creature attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. So just pure degeneracy in card form. People have come back around to hating double strike in the last year. I can't imagine why. So next up, MON, Mystic Trickster. It's a 3-cost blue 2/3 legendary creature human rogue wizard. Really, a multi-class? Going for the old 3.5-2/18 split? Come on. My Necro DCs were like 61, okay? Like, you don't want to mess with me. I'm like Slytherin level pureblood wizard. Anyway, Ward 2, which is pretty cool. And at the beginning of your end step, if you have the initiative, draw a card, draw another card if you've completed a dungeon, and then choose a background. So this is just the entire set in card form. I think it's more of a draft card. I can't imagine somebody would actually build a deck around that. Not in mono blue, they wouldn't, but anyway, Far Traveler, it's a 3-cost white legendary enchantment background, and commander creatures you own have at the beginning of your end step exile up to 1 target tapped creature you control, then return to the battlefield under its owner's control. In other words, teleportation circle, which is completely ruining the game right now. I would dare say it's more detrimental than Panharmonicon. I just reread it, my brain doesn't work today. It only works for commanders, so a commander with an ETB or something else that has ETB, you might as well just run Teleportation Circle. Next up, we got Duque Ulder Ravengard. I just realized this is in a different language. Well, Brazil ruined their Olympics. I might as well ruin their language. Let's see. No inicio. No, I actually can't read. This is too low res. Anyway, at the beginning of your combat, or combat on your turn, same thing, another target creature you control gains haste and myriad until end of turn. Ooh. And that's it. The rest is reminder text. So Myriad, clone everything, split up, hit everyone, and then disappear. It's pretty good, but it's 6. It's pretty good. Next up, Corlessa, Scale Singer. It's a 2-cost green-blue 1/4 legendary creature, Dragon Bard. And you may look at the top card of your library at any time. I love that. You may cast dragon spells from the top of your library. Okay, I mean, I don't like dragon decks, but this is kind of neat. Well, I'm not going to check if Hydroid Crisis is actually technically a dragon, because that card triggers me timbers. Next up, Viconia, Drow Apostate. Or, pardon me, Apostate, I believe is the pronunciation. 2/3 black, 3-cost legendary creature, Elf Cleric. I don't think the Drow consider themselves elves, and I don't think the elves consider Drow elves, so... I mean, they probably factually pretty much are, but anyway. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, return a creature card at random from your graveyard to your hand, and then choose a background, and then choose an ethnicity that Wizards thinks the Drow are. Wow. Interesting card. Oh, and it just came out, I think, today, that apparently Wizards also thinks that at least some dwarves are apparently Jewish. Or equivalent to, like, Jewish stereotypes, or just Wizards. You're digging yourself in deeper and making yourselves look more like morons. So actually keep going until the election, then shut the hell up. Wizards of the Coast. The best thing to ever happen to conservative PR. Anyway, next up we got Firbolg Flutist. Yay, a Furball. I've played those. So it's a 6-cost 4/4 rare creature giant bard. They are not giants. Oh my gosh, they don't even know their own damn game. So enthralling performance, when Firbolg Flutist enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature you don't control until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste and myriad until end of turn. Yeah, I hate crap like that. Although Myriad on that, it's kind of interesting. I still hate it, but, you know, my play group rules are swiper, no swiping. So next up and lastly, because I'm pretty sure the pills are kicking in, Mahadi Emporium Master. He's a 3/3 legendary creature, Cat Devil, and at the beginning of your end step, create a treasure token. No, just stop with the treasures. For each creature that died this turn. Oh, that is so exploitable. If this was in standard, it would be exploitable, let alone eternal. Oh, that's just terrible. So anyway, this has been your bite-sized set of spoilers. I'm going to get pretty caught up later. There's some wild stuff coming up. So, like, even if you're like, I'm not going to buy this and I don't care, at least you just got to see it. I mean, like, for real. Some of these upcoming cards, I kind of breezed through them when I was bored at work today, and, wow. It's a mix of good and bad, mostly bad. There's a couple, like, gems in the couple where you're like, oh, I can't wait to put this in my deck. So, you know, okay, at least there's that. And it just doesn't seem to move the goalpost that much, but it also doesn't seem to be a very good set power-wise, or where people are like, oh, here's a new thing I want to try. Whether it's good or bad, people should be like, oh, I want to try that. I want to play that. That's interesting and new. Like Plane Chase. but that was a whole other variant. So their whole other variant is actually just invade commander and then give it another thing to put in the command zone. Because partner and partner with went so darn well. They have jumped the shark so many times the shark is getting bored and dying of old age, okay? Commander has been ruined by them. Everything they touch has been ruined. Historic's been ruined online. Pioneer has been ruined. Alchemy was ruined the second they thought of it. It's just, they can't win because they can't get a freaking clue. That's a shame. The good news is less for you to buy, less, upgrades and hard decisions to make about your decks, and really, there's nothing that like screams, oh, you have to pick this up, except for like 1 or 2 cards depending upon what you're playing. So that's kind of cool. I like that. It's not all bad news, just saying. I'm just interested in like the D&D theming and the artwork at this point. So hey, if you like that too, I guess subscribe. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys next time.